Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at 2011 Hoth Echo Base. This was a pretty large set at the time. It is set 7879, originally retailing for $89, and now will set you back about $118 if you're buying it used. This set is one of the larger Hoth sets, Hoth's Focus sets, not to be confused with Hoth Rebel Base, Assault on Hoth, Action Battle Echo Base Defense, or Echo Base. This one is Hoth Echo Base. They've made a lot of Hoth sets. So this one is pretty cool. It comes with 8 minifigures, a Tauntaun, and a couple of extra builds on the side, and of course the main base. So let's go ahead and get into the characters themselves, the minifigures. So first we have the Stormtrooper. We get 2 of these. They are the exact same. The old style Stormtrooper with printing on the front and the built-in backpack helmet and a black head underneath. No printing on the legs, and they are identical. And then we have the medical droid, and this one is the light gray legs. Nice detailing. I really liked this build a lot. They do have a newer one that came out in the medical chamber, the Hoth medical chamber, that has darker blue legs. So just a quick comparison for you. And then we have Hoth Princess Leia, which we have seen before in a couple of sets. The new one is a little bit better. She has more detailing, leg printing, but this one I like the darker lipstick personally, and it's still a good minifigure. I like it quite a bit. And then we have Back to Tank Luke Skywalker, and he looks great. I got this set, I remember back in I think it was 2012 I bought it, but I got this set because I loved Luke Skywalker so much, and so you can tell he's kind of beat up, and then he's got a kind of sort of awake face. This is compared to the newer Hoth Medical Chamber Luke Skywalker, where they have kind of similar faces. This one the new one has a little bit more of like a black eye once he's awake. Then we have R3PO, which is nice, and the old classic 3PO printing. There's no detail on him other than he is red. And then a standard Chewbacca in the reddish brown color. Nice figure. The printing on the nose is good in this one. Usually it's off. And then we have Han Solo, and this one is with the molded parka hood, which is really cool. He does come with an alternate hairpiece that's just like his smooth Han Solo hair, but he looked good, and I just wanted to compare him with the other Han Solos that we have in this outfit. This one with the old school snowboarder hood that they repurposed for a parka. You can tell that the design around the face and the hood is much better. And then of course the best of all is the brown polybag Han Solo, which you see here, with the wrappings over the face and the alternate head. Really, really cool. And then of course we get a Tauntaun, and these have come out in a couple of sets. Nice, very rideable, great molded animal. I'd love to see more of these. We get a small cannon, like a heavy fire cannon for the Imperial side, as well as an Imperial speeder, which looks pretty nice. I will say one of my gripes about this set is that I know it's the Hoth Echo Base, but we have very little for the enemy. I mean, at least if they had given us some sort of like maybe iceberg and a satellite or something like that, it would have helped it, I think, just a little bit. But it is what it is. Moving on to the set, and there's quite a lot here. It's a fun build. You can display it in 2 ways. You can display it completely closed, though it does bother me that there is a big blank space in the center where they could have put some tiling and connected it that way. When the pieces were connected together, there would have been some floor there. But nonetheless, also the short wall is kind of bothersome to me. I get that's how you're kind of supposed to, if you're closed up, that's how you view inside the base, but this wall is just really low. But overall it's really cool. We have some stickered signs on the front, and then if we open it up, we have some sort of generator and a gun. Nice blue detailing on the floors. I assume that's lights or ice, I'm not sure. We have a spot to put the Tauntaun gear, which is actually really cool. So you can display your Tauntaun just natural, like naked, or with the gear. And this is a little Tauntaun pin. There's a play feature attached to this, which I'll show you in just a moment. But there is a little bit of grass for the Tauntaun to eat. We have some spotlights, some crates at the top, looks like some icicles on each side, and then a big satellite on the other side that spins around. We have the intelligence area with a swivel chair and a big intelligence table, which looks really cool, and then a weapons rack, which has a play feature, and then the medical chamber area, which I mentioned they made into its own set, but it does have a swiveling medical bed, as well as a back to tank for Luke Skywalker to go inside of, which is really cool. On the top level of that, we do have this really interesting catwalk that if you move the ladder, it can change angles, and then there is what's supposed to be some sort of crane or magnet in the center that you can use to carry a crate, which is really quite cool, and it slides back and forth. I did forget to mention the other thing. On the other side, we have like some rocket launchers, some missiles on standby to protect the base. Obviously, at the very entrance, we're going to have snow speeders and people on tauntauns coming back. There are some nice icicle detailing all around, as well as a classic theme of like black, yellow, and black. I'd have to go back and look at Hoth to see what the meaning of that is, but that's the color that we're getting here in the set. Taking a look at the back, we have some rock features with some snow, and then on the front we have a defender disc weapon disc gun, as well as those rocket launchers from the front. So the entrance of this is very heavily guarded, and so that is pretty cool. And I will show you the play features that you can do, because there's quite a lot, and I think overall it is relatively fun. Of course, these are flip fire missiles, the little defense rockets. And then you can open the bridge to the tauntaun. You just slip over these little pieces, and then the bridge falls down, and then they can exit that way, or you can have them go out the front, either or. The other play feature that we have here are these falling icicles, and this can represent once the Imperials have infiltrated the Hoth Echo base. You just basically pull out these little tabs, and the icicles fall down. And then, of course, I showed you the catwalk already. And then the last thing of importance is this. These weapons racks actually can fold out on the outside of the base, and so you can access them from outside. I don't really find that particularly movie accurate, but it is a fun little play feature nonetheless. That is basically it. I really like this set, obviously, because I bought it and I've kept it for so many years, but I think it's really fun. It's not quite the scale of that Assault on Hoth, but it's a really big Echo base, and I think that it displays super nice next to, I have like a little Hoth, that little Hoth diorama set up, and then my Echo base right there, of course, with some extra minifigures added in just to fill this space. But overall, I really like this set. I have always really liked this set. It does have a few flaws. The center really bothers me when it is closed up, how there is that big, studless, nothing gap. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. So I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and until next time, I will see y'all later.